How would you like to learn the secrets of two Karma Club Award winners on how they have built successful online businesses from almost nowhere to now running multiple 7 and 8 figure businesses by following the simple fundamentals of life? And let's see how they have used the powerful funnel systems, processes, automation, and social media to help their business grow at a different pace. Let's dive into their journey to grasp the strategy, mindset, action plan of how they have done it from almost nowhere to the way up to 7 figures. We are going to uncover and pick their brains of the top performing entrepreneurs on this show, how they have done it and how you can do it too. You are listening to the Nikhil Sai, the host, and welcome to the Nikhil Sai show. What's going on? What's going on, everyone who's actually listening to this podcast right now? First of all, guys, welcome to the Nikhil Sai show, which is hosted by me, the Nikhil Sai. And guess what's going on today? We are back with another amazing two comma club winner. This is going to be a very, very, very special podcast. If you're someone who's into e-commerce space and who is struggling to scale your e-commerce to profitably, I think this is a golden nugget for you. So make sure to stick around, guys. So the guest we're actually having, the story is quite amazing because like ago, like 5 years ago, he was a simple waiter, like the restaurant chef, basic stuff, right? And within just very short span, he made his 7 figure award. And not only that, he helps ecom businesses scale profitably to the next level. And he not just won one two comma club, but he's a multiple two comma club winner. The best part is a Forbes Business Council member. At the same time, as per Yahoo Finance, he's the top 10 ecom entrepreneurs in the world right now. So, guys, it's going to be a pretty amazing story. And this guy is from Ukraine and all the way up to US. He's traveling a lot and scaling e-commerce businesses left and right and attracting high-level clients into his business. He's a marketing agency who helps e-com businesses scale profitably using Instagram ads, Facebook ads, and leverage omnipresence digital marketing. So, guys, I'm very excited. So let's not waste any time. And actually, let's welcome Anatoliy Labinskiy, CEO at Golden Stream Media Agency. Hey, brother.
Yeah, great to speak with you. And yeah, thanks for introduction. Happy to be here, and would love to share some valuable things, nuggets, whatever would be helpful for people there.
Yep. Absolutely. Appreciate you jumping on, brother. So, I'm very excited to kind of start with like your backstory. Like, how did all of this crazy journey started, like from Ukraine to all the way up to building the multiple 7 figure businesses now?
Oh, yeah. To be honest with you, the story is super long. I mean, if I would go deep, we will spend maybe a couple hours.
Wow.
I have done an interview recently in YouTube for that, and it really takes 1 hour 48 minutes.
Oh,
And
wow.
but let me just share with you the main things. So in
Mm-hmm.
2013, I have been full in debt, live in Ukraine, had a debt for my study in university, for like own things, and there was really like kind of zero success. All the money what I were earning, it was only covering the my debt and plus like fun, let's say. I found out the way how I can move to Dubai, and I went
Mm-hmm.
there as a simple, even not a waiter, as a runner. So I didn't know English at all, completely. I couldn't speak English that time, and I went as a runner. A runner is the person who is cleaning the dirty plates from the table and bring them to the washing area. So this was my job, and because of no English skills, it was like kind of like what I can get there. From since 2013, I've been in Dubai for like I was staying there for like 5 years, exactly 5 years. And in 2017, in 2014, I brought my wife there, and because of that I had to move out from the apartments which was provided by work, and take my wife living in the renting rooms because we didn't have enough income to make the
Mm-hmm.
like to rent our own apartment. So we were living with Filipino family, so the guys were giving us the room, and we were making just enough to finally almost pay for my debt and survive. And at the moment, in 2017, when things was looks like quite a bit better, actually, yeah, I finally, after 3.5 years, quit the job as a waiter in different places. I used to always take risks and change the places for better income, for better position, from runner to assistant waiter to waiter to head waiter. And my dream was run out of the hospitality and get something serious. I was thinking to be a manager in some companies. I mean,
Hmm.
sales, business development doesn't matter. I was thinking that be a manager is something with the bright future, which I was wrong. The right thing is to be own boss, which is entrepreneur. Not for everyone, it's fine because it's really hard. You are
Hmm.
responsible for everything. Still, management position is great, but when I found out the first work there, it was less income than in hospitality, and it was horrible. It was really horrible. If not my wife, we won't be survive on my income that time. I won't be even pay for the room. And because of why I'm telling you this story, because my wife in 2017, when everything this happened, informed me that she got pregnant. And I'm reminding you, we were renting the room, not apartments. If she would stop working, but she's pregnant, if she would stop working, and she will obviously, we're gonna be screwed, because I won't be able to pay for the apartments and everything else. And I remember the day I promise, like, I went for the second test to double check if it's true or no. In the pharmacy, I was walking and shaking like never before. I was full body was shaking, and I was scared that my kid could come in this kind of world, in this kind of financial situation which we had that moment. And I promised to myself that I will do whatever it takes to find out the solution, to find out the
Hmm.
way how I can make money when he will be born. So it was February 2017, and October. Oh, okay. I made the biggest hard decision in my life to move my wife to Ukraine, and alone, pregnant, without me, and I would stay in Dubai to find out what can I do, how, like, to make money, to save money, because with her pregnant I won't be able to do that. So I moved to the apartments with seven other people, two-bedroom apartments where was seven other guys was living. I
Oh.
was like, yeah, my like office, let's say, was in the kitchen. People are cooking, and I'm just sitting with the laptop and searching what can I do. I start doing a lot of part times as a waiter, a supervisor, private villas server. So I was like serving dinners for in the private villas, whatever it can make me money. And plus
Mm-hmm.
was always searching online, what else can I do, and find out the book, which is it was a book starting from zero. Not serious book, to be honest, but it was aga moment for me. I opened my eyes to e-commerce, like Facebook ads. Seriously, that is possible? No way.
Mm-hmm.
Shopify stores. It was like, well, I really, before that, I didn't know what I'm gonna be doing in my life. And that
Hmm.
morning, August 2017, if I'm not mistaken, was 15 or something, those dates, I said to myself, done. This is what I'm gonna be doing for whole my life. I will make it work, whatever it takes, whatever it takes. And I start building my Shopify store. Was watching so many videos in YouTube, and it was one of the biggest mistakes, because you have to focus on only one thing. But anyway, that was my journey. That was my journey, where I start with zero knowledge. Like, I read this book, I just opened my eyes that there is something possible out there. YouTube videos, create my first Shopify store. It was a cat niche store, and in 29th of September I launched my store. For first 4 months, had no results. Like, I lost everything, all the savings, everything what I made on part time. So everything, like, I lost, and my wife was saying to me that I'm going crazy. I just like I'm doing some kind of scammy things, and where is the
Hmm.
money? Come back to home, and I wasn't able to come back. Like, it's as I said, it's super long story, and it's full of fail. My journey in e-commerce full of fail. There is no success at all. until I made a decision that when I was already in the bottom, there is no money. I invest in crypto from credit card. I lost crypto, got scam, and because I invest in company which shut down the doors after a few months when I invested, and that was the moment when I have nothing to lose. Or I'm gonna be crying, or I will move forward. I don't know how, but I will. And that moment, it was approximately after I jump a bit further, but in end of January, I found out the mentor. His name is Mark
Hmm.
Hagar, awesome guy. You will have interview with him, I believe, before. The
Yep.
awesome dude, and he made a difference for me. In the first 15 days with him, I made my first $8,000 in revenue, profitable revenue with my store. And after a couple of weeks, I lost all that profit by some my own mistakes. I lost crypto. This is what I mentioned a few seconds ago, and fail. But again, I take it over again and again and again and again and again. And in 1 year from that moment, I already got a business partner, and we generate in March 2018. So it's after March 2019, our first, no, actually, October 2018, we have got our first $50,000 in revenue. November 150, December close to 200, and
Wow.
2019 March we made our first 240 profitable, super profitable revenue, and things went just like again up and down with fails, but in different. We started playing in different game.
Mm. Wow, that's a beautiful journey, brother. I think huge respect for what you've gone through and the kind of consistency you had as an entrepreneur. And I believe like entrepreneurship is not just the, end goal you see of a freedom lifestyle, but it's like the struggles you're talking about, like, all the, things where you have been like very, very in the bottom stages and you still kind of kept rubbing your head to the wall to just make it happen. And you can see that I think this kind of inspires a lot of people who are stuck or were just wondering like how they can move forward because they have very small problems than what you had earlier. So it's an inspiration for a lot of people. That's awesome, Anatoly, brother. So let me go to the next question because and like e-commerce was the 2016 thing, and everyone was like it was just ramping up from there, and now there's like so many stores in every niche. New product, you launch it, and it's like copied within a few days, right? So now we would love to hear more about like, is it too late to kind of start an e-com store right now? Like, what are your views on that?
It's actually a great question because so many people are saying that yes, it's like too late, but guys, come on, like now it's easier than ever before because so much information out there, like right information. I started in
Mm-hmm.
2017. There was already some information out there, but now so much strategies, so many masterclass, and but the one thing what I would say, it's harder to start for the beginner, but the thing is, I'm looking on it as an experienced person because before it was just you have to launch the ads, duplicate 5 times, you win. Now everything is more sensitive, more difficult. But when you are beginner, for you it's as it is, as it
Mm.
goes. I mean, from day one, it's normal. The bans, restrictions on the social medias with your advertising platform, maybe some kind of other promos with the payment providers. And again, there is already out there so much information, which is completely open, completely free, which is help people start easier. And well, this is what exactly like I'm founder of Golden Stream Media Agency, and the reason why I created the agency, it was use my own experience of the mistakes to
Mm.
help people avoid those
Mm-hmm.
mistakes or make them much smaller and software. So software, when the mistake is happens, we are helping to overtake that smoothly. That's the was the reason why I found the Golden Stream Media Agency, and that's really awesome thing that out there now, like so many people who able to share and help e-commerce business owners, beginners to start, and plus organically in our days as well, big possibilities with
Mm-hmm.
the live streaming shopping, with the Google shopping, with the Facebook shops, like even what kind of software? Sorry, man. Like TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest. I was planning to say about Pinterest as well. Have the
Mm-hmm.
live stream shopping. Like so much things are updating and improving for
Yeah.
ecom guys who are just starting to make the software launch and more successful launch. That's for sure.
True, brother. And now, guys, like you can see all the buzz around in the e-com space and say, "Oh, it's saturated. I don't want to do it." Or you can say, "Now everyone is running around saturation. Let me try something different and go with like a niche store." And as just Anatoly mentioned, go in a specific traffic place where no one else is marketing, and you could win the game. Let's appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much for a great suggestion. Let's get to the next question. Like especially in e-commerce right now, right? We can't like create like a generalized store, try to be the next Amazon, because it's kind of hard to stand out and really attract more customers that way, right? So like when it comes to niche stores, right, like how to actually find like the best selling products, like the hot products right now, or to create like a long-term store, how does that work for you?
Yeah, amazing question. Look, that's something what people have to understand when they start. And first of all, they should not
Mm-hmm.
compare themselves with Amazon. Like it's not possible for the beginner to beat Amazon, obviously, and even big guys, it's kind of quite hard and not possible as well, because it's one of
Yeah.
the biggest e-commerce platform in the world. Plus,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not speaking about the China one, but the thing what people have to focus on by finding the products or niches which are gonna be work for them. First of all, stop comparing to other big brands. They have to look on them and modulate them. Amazon is too difficult. They have to go on the similar Shopify stores. If they are going in the dropshipping model or starting own production, it's two different things. Let's speak, for example, dropshipping. For the beginner, it's the easiest
Mm-hmm.
one. If people has their own production, so it's a bit different, but still, as a dropshipper, you'll usually find out the product, test it out. If it works, you after that creating a brand and move into the production and all the stuff. So about the how to search for the best products, first of all, see what's people looking for in our days. Go to Google Trends, go to YouTube. In the YouTube, let's say you found out trend in the Google Trends, really something trendy. Look on the not seasonal product, look on the product which is going to be selling for whole year. It will be save
Mm.
you a lot of power, money, efforts, and just gonna be more consistent, because
True.
sometimes people are making like multiple six figures by luck in the season of the product. Let's say it's slippers in the summer, or it is the holiday Christmas gift in the winter, but after that business dead. Like
Yeah.
the
True.
holidays done and nobody wanna buy that product. Still it's okay, because you generate for you learn on on that scale. You made the mistakes, you generate some income if you good enough, great. But you want to make that consistent, so always look on the whole year selling products. When you find out products like that in the Google Trend, in the AliExpress, go to AliExpress website, just spend their hours and even days, weeks on that website, not by
Yeah.
doing nothing. You have to, when you're gonna start it, you have to daily basis research, making product research for sure. When you just started, after that you hire people for that, and you're gonna be just looking on the products which is really selling well, and after that you're supposed to go to YouTube, which is I suggest, because no almost nobody doing that. Find out that kind of niche or product in the YouTube and see what people are commenting in the bottom. Almost nobody doing that.
Mm.
There is so smart things people writing about it, which is will help
uh
you out to write the description, product description in the right way, will help you out to make the ad copy in the right way, and angle in the video or photo creative. So it will help you improve your ad testing seriously on the much higher level, and you will be having advantage to the other normal drop shippers. So by that being said, product description gonna be great. You're gonna be understanding your audience much better. Look on the ad
mm.
spy tools like ad spy, niche scrapper, and several other tools out there. What kind of ad copies, ad angles people are using on their creatives on the similar products, on the same products. See the success on it in nowadays right now, and make a decision. To be honest with you, we are not just usually going with the products which is hot right now. I mean, where other people are selling. There is a competition. That competition completely healthy, but to avoid these overwhelming things and make sure that your product gonna be staying stable for long. I
Mm-hmm.
always recommend to go with the product which is almost nobody selling, but has a touch appeal, so catching the eye. When you're looking, when you're scrolling to during the product research at different websites, you are seeing something which is catching your eye. There is not many sales. You go into Google Trends, it's serving the problem, people looking for that. So there is no much competition. There is high chance for success. You find out what people want about that niche, in that niche, what they're looking for, what kind of struggles they have, and you just play around with the product description, ad copy, and everything for that product and test it out. One of the best luck, first best luck which is we have got, it was 2000, exactly 2018, no,
Mm-hmm.
2019, when I start moving from the products which is copy paste from what is selling others, and we were so doing that successfully, to the do it by yourself own research and sell what others are not selling. It was in
Wow.
2019, and we
Mm-hmm.
found out really some awesome product which is was belt fixing the back and removing the back pain. Nobody was selling. We were first who launched it, and it was 5x ROS in the launch start. We start scaling so fast, and it was so easy. And in 2 months, we have got so many people copy us and trying to do the same successfully, and but we were the first one. We launched that store and made like in total approximately a million only on on that product, maybe 5 to 700K for sure in matter of
Wow.
couple of months. So like
Hmm.
and we understand from that moment you have to move on, not like it's our prefer, we have to move on with the products which is nobody selling but have the great problem solution, and that's all.
True. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree, brother. And everyone is like trying to copy one another, and that becomes like a bloodbath, right? Like you're just bidding on the same thing, same interest, same type
Lazy
of creative,
dropshippers
right?
doing that. Lazy way dropshippers, I would say. But still,
Yeah,
it's
they're
not
having.
bad. I don't mind, but it's just like more, not less consistent.
Yeah, yeah, less profitable too because the ad cost will be pretty high when you're bidding for that. But yeah, brother, that was pretty insightful to find best-selling products. Thank you so much for that. Now let's get into one of the most demanding questions in e-commerce. Now everyone is like, oh my god, like Facebook is getting greedy. All the ad networks are increasing their cost, and the profitably scaling has been an issue because of all the costs involved in managing an e-commerce business. So how do you guys actually scale e-commerce campaign hyper profitably?
I would tell you important things to know about that. First of all, yes,
Mm-hmm.
if you would like to speak about the only the tactics and the strategy, let's say in Facebook, which is the main traffic source in our end, we can speak about that. But I prefer to like you have to duplication still working, but you have to follow the right KPIs. Increase the budget is working with the stock interest, which is in the ad set. In one ad set you put several the winning interests together, put in the
Mm-hmm.
high budget and increasing every 2 3 days for 20 30%. It depends of the KPIs which you are following and profitability of the campaign. But let's speak about something more important in our days, about keep it profitably. Okay, because
Mm-hmm.
Facebook is not tracking several cells in our days, tracking system having the problems since Apple was launched
iOS.
iOS 14. Yeah, everything screwed down. Like I will tell you something that in our days, so many people, I was saying that easy to start because so many people out there who are able to share with you the valuable information, and there are so many of them. But believe me, like since 2017, who was really big guys, till now, it become like 3 times less of the e-commerce guys who giving the value, because most of the people just quit or lost all their money when iOS 14 things happen. Agencies shut down the doors, mentorship stopped it because people couldn't teach anyone anything because there was a really disaster tracking issues.
Nothing was
But
working. Yeah.
yeah, and we decided just to move forward and do whatever it takes to figure it out how it works. And we made that kind of thing and changes. And during 2020, we were done 2021. During 2021, we were done great job in terms of creating ecosystem, e-commerce ecosystem. This is what we are really like right now focusing on, and we're gonna be moving forward with that. So we start running what is ecosystem? Is covering the main traffic source, which is Facebook, by different traffic sources. So if it's screwed, if it's got restricted, got banned, if there is spending limits, if there is tracking issues, we are able to deliver traffic through Facebook in blind, let's say in break even, small profit, a bit lost. But at the end, by the using ecosystem, we start implementing the Google Shopping, TikTok ads when it's already having good enough data. We're using TikTok ads and adding as well email SMS marketing. That's the
Mm.
game changer. Email SMS marketing is just unbelievable. This is where in our days, by implementing whole this ecosystem by Google and TikTok, you cover in Facebook when it's got screwed. By SMS email marketing, you are not covering. You make the profit. You make the biggest money ever by having profitable sales through the email and SMS, because you're already collecting a lot of data, a lot of emails, phone
Wow.
numbers, details, and just SMS and email marketing on automation. May we launching the flows. We have super successful cases with the email and SMS flows. We just launching them and they're doing their own work by itself. No ad spend, nothing. Just set up, automated. We deliver more and more traffic even in the small loss through Facebook. If it's that
Mm-hmm.
case, if it's profitable, awesome. And after that, on the email SMS marketing, we just doing significant profit on the back end. Like I will give you example on a SMS campaign. One of the biggest
Mm-hmm.
stores which we have managed, it's $6 million in sales. I even made a YouTube video about that
Wow.
recently, and there were we invested. I don't wanna lie, but approximately $3,000 in SMS marketing, and we made back almost $60,000. This is the power of SMS marketing. Another
Wow.
case, just last month, new store start generating, like we made in total revenue less than $10,000 in the new store for one client, but we launched there already SMS in the middle of the month. We spent $6 on the SMS campaigns and made 1,600 back. $6 spent. So
Oh my God.
that's the really people always like the problem of people, even me back end, focusing on one platform only and don't looking left and right. It's bad thing to look left and right, but to do that on the right steps, you focusing
It
on
is
one
important.
stuff, it start
Yeah.
working, you understand that okay, now it's going moving forward, profitability okay, not profitability, but it's delivering you data. Let's try Google Shopping. Not instead, as well, in the right way. It's supposed to be done as
Hmm.
well with the right steps, with the right angles, retargetings, and all the things. Awesome. After that, TikTok. And in the same time, you connect in SMS email marketing professional flows, which is, as I already mentioned to you, the examples, and it's unbelievable. Emails as well, delivering extra from 16 to 26, in the best cases, 32% extra revenue for the store
Wow.
without ad
Wow.
spend. Without ad
Wow.
spend.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so that's really something which is we are like we decided
That's beautiful,
ecosystem is gonna
brother.
be thing where we're
Anatoly,
gonna be
this was
moving
a
forward.
great golden nugget. I really appreciate you breaking this down. I think this is where like all the e-commerce are guys like, wow, I got it right now. Right. So guys, it's not just about like building out one traffic source and one store. It's more about building a brand ecosystem. You just need to, in case if you are break even in the front end just to collect that customer data and do the back end sales using phone and email and SMS so that you can actually increase the profitability because the thick profits are right there. Think about you spending $6 on an SMS campaign and generating over four figures, which is freaking amazing, right? So appreciate that, Anatoly, brother. So let's get to the next question. This will be pretty interesting as you're into e-commerce already, right? Would love to see like your insights on like the funnels versus Shopify for e-commerce.
Yeah. Uh that is actually a tricky thing, to be honest with you. There is no perfect answer, good or bad.
True. Yeah.
What is better or what is worse? I would say, in which case better to use for
Mm-hmm.
ClickFunnels, and not even better. I mean, you could move if you have a store with one product. one product store, which is or everything around that product. And there is not much upsells as well going around that product and everything around about that. You really easily can move from Shopify store to ClickFunnels, because usually ClickFunnels has higher conversion rate on the one product funnel. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but still, I'm a Shopify guy. So that is another difference. Someone prefer Shopify, someone prefer ClickFunnels. I'm using ClickFunnels for my own needs, for the agency, and for the clients. We just making the niche store. So we always starting from general store, and after that we just moving around the pro. If it's even one winner, we moving around that winner with the niche products, because they
Mm.
generating extra revenue. Shopify with the right team, with the right product descriptions, having as well great conversion rate. And not all the stores have that, but with the right approach, like yeah, and right upsells, similar products, you're increasing easily your AOV, average order value. And there is
Mm.
so many possibilities to scale horizontally on the Shopify store, in the store, not, let's say, not just Shopify. There is WooCommerce, there is Wix, there is different platforms, but Shopify, as for me, it's one of the best. And funnel is a great thing for the conversion. It's an awesome for the brand looking things. I mean that this product is all about, this store is all about this product. There is upsell steps as well, great. But as I said, there is supposed to be, or you prefer ClickFunnels? Awesome. You starting on Shopify, you found out what's working, moving on to on the ClickFunnels, testing out if it's going to be improved the results. But we decide to focus only our attention on the Shopify store. I would
Mm.
say there is no wrong or right answer. There is just what you
True.
prefer, which way to move, and that's all. Shopify is
Yeah.
doing great the job, and improvements always there.
Yeah, I agree, brother. So yeah, that great insights, brother. Appreciate you going deep into that. So, and let's talk about, your agency. Like, as an e-commerce brand yourself, I mean, you have the credibility as obviously scaling your own brands. Now, when it comes to, actually running a media agency, like marketing company, especially for e-commerce businesses, it's again like a whole different game plan, unlike running in, e-commerce. So it's like two different games overall, right? So we would love to learn more about like the strategies you're using to acquire seven-figure brands as clients for your agency.
Yeah. So that's actually a great question, and I would say that the main traffic source which we are using, it's DMs, DM ads. So what does it mean? We are running the advertising
Mm-hmm.
for messages. I mean, like for Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp Messenger, and Instagram DMs. And we getting people there, talking to them, and when we see the right fit for our agency, potentially we offering them to join the agency by showing them what we can do. It's one of the biggest, actually, all this let me on the map, all this seven figure stuff, but it was done through the messenger, everything.
Wow.
And plus organically by references of successful clients. And through, now we launched the YouTube channel. There is not big boost right now, but still people are coming to us asking questions and decided to join. Like, yeah, the main one, it's the DM ads. That's really working awesome for us, and we doing that, like we done already, like it, I don't want to lie, but over 2.5, maybe already close to 3 millions only on the DMs for last
Wow.
year and a half. So yeah,
That's amazing.
that's the thing.
So wow, that was very insightful. So guys, you know what to do as an agency. Unlike trying to have this booking funnel, this crazy low ticket offers, try DM. Try DM ads and hopefully
That's
it
the
works.
thing. Yeah, no, nobody using that. I mean, not nobody.
True.
So many are people are not using that. But if you
Everybody's
wanna,
running behind the funnels. Now you're like doing separate thing and your ad cost is low, your lead cost is low, and you can scale up profitably.
yeah, but anyway, if you want to scale high, which is we are doing now, more to scale it, so it is the booking a call funnel for sure.
True,
I
true.
mean,
Yeah.
DMs, it's easier to get the people, and the booking a call funnel, it's easy to scale. When you have already
Hmm.
system, If you have already enough employers, you have enough, like your system is perfect, then you're jumping into the booking a call funnel and just launching the ads and scaling the ads. This is
Yeah,
what is
true.
working as well right now. I forget
Yeah,
to add it.
messenger ads, like we need infrastructure to kind of communicate through, set up appointments, reply back, be timely, right? But with the booking a call funnel, you get it's an automated completely. You will have your schedule full by the end of the day, which is just amazing. That
There
was
is
very
only
insightful,
one.
brother.
There is
Mm-hmm.
only one minus about the booking a call. That is why I
Mm-hmm.
didn't mention that as a main one. It's great for scale, which is we already see, but the huge minus, people are not show up on the call.
True. Yeah.
It's super difficult to manage. I mean, you're scaling, you're spending money on the ads, but people are just not showing up. And in DMs, if they text you, you are already in front of them every single time, and
True.
it's great for the follow-ups.
Yeah, absolutely. But that was really insightful. Thank you so much for mentioning that. And yeah, I believe, that's where like a lot of people get stuck and they're spending so much money. The show up rate is like 50%, 70%, and they're stuck there, right? So yeah, let's get to the next question, brother. Like the tools you use to kind of manage your projects and clients for productivity, what kind of tool stack do you actually use, brother?
I would say that I will maybe surprise now most of the American people,
Mm-hmm.
but we have a CRM system just to hold all the onboarding files, all the technical things to teach the guys,
Mm-hmm.
recording of the Loom videos, documents, what we are signing. So just a CRM for holding all our papers, and like what we mainly using with all our clients and with all our teams is the Telegram app. Nobody doing that again. We are really going super different way. Like in dropshipping, we are testing the products which is nobody running. The same here. Like we using something which is nobody else using. And the
Hmm.
Telegram app, it was one of the most simple and awesome free tools which you can use and generate the channels there, generate the chats. We have several chats which is helping us to split all the workflows, like creative base, a media buying, sales department, brand management, and several different chats. It's super easy, much better than Slack. It's free, as I said, unlimited media files could be holded there, and
Yeah.
plus as well integration is going on with this softwares, so like
Oh.
chatbots and like several benefits are there, and it's really cool. Zero complaints. So this is what we're
Yeah.
using.
That's amazing, brother. Thank you so much. And I know like you're traveling a lot back and forth, like to Dubai, US, and stuff like that, because multiple e-commerce businesses you're in it now. We would love to know more about like your routines. Like, how does your daily routine looks like? Usually.
Yeah, that's as well gonna be hard to answer because my routine, as you mentioned, in the last since August 2021, I'm traveling a lot. Like for last half year, I don't know, like say exactly, but 9+ countries. Twice in United States, two
Oh my
times in
god.
Dubai, Montenegro, two times in Turkey. And it's not only business; it's to enjoy and make the business in the same time. If you're going somewhere, I'm trying to take my son, my wife with me. So my son is just 4 years old right now, and looking on all the stuff, how can be done the worldwide managing business with like being free, and it's cool thing. But if to speak about the normal days routine, anyway, like even during the traveling, it is for sure the books is something which is super important for you when you are doing something. Your brain's supposed to work, your brain's supposed to generate more new information, so that it's books, podcasts, YouTube videos related, especially related to your niche, to your business, networking with the people who are valuable for you as a friends, as a business partners, and as a just like a person who has better skills than you, trying to have a calls with them time to time. It's really without the networking, there is no possible to stay long in the business. That's for sure. And sport almost every single morning, at least 3 to 5 in the perfect in the perfect week, it's 5 times a week. I'm doing gym, swimming, whatever it is. Just the most important, like in the morning, is the some kind of physical exercises, because it's really give you energy on the whole day. And after that, exercises for the brain, as a books, podcasts, or whatever. And do focus on the business. I mean, focus on the things which has to be done. Like,
Yep.
it's for sure.
Yep, that's awesome, brother. Thank you so much for mentioning your routine. Let's get to the next question, right? And I mean, it's just crazy to even think about the transformation where you're like stuck, unable to pay bills, send your wife to your own country, to right now like, traveling the world and having fascination lifestyle, right? Which is freaking amazing. We're so inspired by you. So if there is one suggestion you can give to a 20-year-old yourself or someone who's just getting started in business, how would that suggestion look like?
I love that question. In general, this is a really great question, because I'm asking that question to myself time to time, to be honest, and
Wow.
always answer is the same for myself, because you asked about someone else who isn't, let's
Mm-hmm.
say, just starting, and me. For myself, what I would say, just don't be scared. Keep do what you're doing, and doesn't matter that it looks wrong, it looks strange for other people. Just move forward. Don't be scared to do the mistakes. It's for sure. Like 2013 started when I started doing mistakes in my life, and that was the greatest things which is made me who I am today. And for some other people who are just starting, like, take the action. One thing for the beginner, it's
Mm-hmm.
to take the action. All skills are learnable. Remember these words. All skills are learnable. You can learn whatever you want in your life. You don't know anything real estate, you are able to learn. You don't know anything about the taxes, you are able to learn. You don't know anything about e-commerce, Shopify stores, about building the brand, how to network with people, how to make money from it. You're able to learn. How? By taking action every single day. This is what helps me out in the beginning. I was taking action every single day to understand how that thing is working, and failed every single day. I was failing and failing. And that's another thing. Take action and be ready for problems, and be ready to manage them, because most of the time when people get failed, they just
Away.
quitting,
Yeah.
they're going away. And that's why only 1% of people are succeeding, and 99 are quitting, because after first fail, they just give up. That's
Yeah.
my number was thing was never give up. It's third thing, never give up.
Wow, that was a beautiful advice, brother. Yeah, I think that was definitely spot on. And a lot of people, I think it will definitely hit hard for a lot of people. And it should be. It should be actually. They should be like, starting is the first step, and just keeping consistency on whatever you're doing is the second step to win. And then you can figure it out. And I love the way you actually think about like figuring it out. I mean, you right now have a mindset, even if everything crashes, e-commerce crashes, Facebook ads stop running, you will still find a different business or a different opportunity which you can build successful business on. But most people will be like, oh, it's done, let me just go back to my usual thing, and or else they have some reasons for not doing what they should be doing. That was really awesome, brother. Let's talk about like your life's biggest achievement so far and any next bigger goals.
Sure. Just before I answer on this question, I will just give you a small example about, like, failures. Let's say one day we
Mm-hmm.
were making $12,000 a day.
Mm-hmm.
It was March 2019.
Mm-hmm.
We were making 12,000 a day. It was we were going to the biggest months ever. It was looking that we're gonna be achieve almost maybe half million a month. And in the morning, I'm waking up. There is almost no sales from 12K a day. And what happens? Facebook made the
Shut down.
Facebook page score. That was the new thing in the Facebook that time. Facebook score, and it destroyed our business completely. So many people quit that time, but we just decide, stop crying and move forward, find out the solution, take the time. It took the time, and it what was really bring us to the next level. So that is why there is difficulties are always there. But it's a great example because I remember how we were lost so much money on that moment.
Yeah.
Regarding your question for the biggest achievements, for sure, it's my company, Golden Stream Media. I mean, I'm not talking about my son because he is gonna be my biggest thing in my life for sure. But if speaking about
Mm-hmm.
the business wise, it's a Golden Stream Media because the team which we have right now in the company, I'm so proud to be involved in their lives, to make the difference in their lives and what they are bringing to the company and how they serve our clients. Because of them, we are able to deliver results, we are able to manage the customers and make the difference to compare to other agencies. So for sure, biggest achievements is the build the company which I have right now, Golden Stream Media. And next goals, there are several, but for sure, like expand our company not from advertising agency, because advertising agency is great, okay, it's good, but we want to make a holding, like media holding, with the Golden Stream investment, Golden Stream in the YouTube channels, managing YouTube channels, Golden Stream, it could be NFTs, whatever, crypto, but I'm not in crypto, just saying. But
Mm-hmm.
like, we want to make a holding with the different ways of the different niches. And that's gonna be something big where I want to make the company where people, I'm telling to my guys, by the way, we are building the company where if you will get fired, your spouse will divorce in you. So that's kind
They
of
built that good
supposed.
organization.
Yeah, because we are building the company which is going to be paying 50% at least of university cost for the kids of the employers who are valuable for the company. So we
Wow.
building the family, not just the company, and I want to make it happen. And we are really on this kind of way, and it looks super potentially to make it happen in the near future by just expanding horizontally for the different industries.
True. Yeah, brother. That was really beautiful. Thank you so much for insight. And as entrepreneurs, like we don't consider mistakes as mistakes because you always learn and keep moving forward. So you fail 100 different times and you still kept moving, right? But if just there was like one big mistake you made, which kind of turned out to be pretty big one. So what would that look like? What was the biggest mistake in your life so far?
Oh, as you already mentioned, we had so many mistakes, so many fails in the past, and each of that mistake, I'm super proud and happy to own them,
Mm-hmm.
because again, they are bringing us who we are today and where we are today. I can tell you one of the most expensive mistakes. It's still not most expensive, but most expensive in the e-commerce Shopify store when I was working with my partner. When actually this
Mm-hmm.
kind of Facebook score happened, it was together with China New Year. After China New Year, our supplier, we were trust to the supplier, which we didn't check. We just were trusting him and start scaling to our bigger months, which is I was mentioning almost to planned to be 500,000 a month. We made already that moment 240 before Facebook got shut down. And what was happening? And in the past months we made as well close to 200. So value of around $400,000 in the sales have been not shipped.
Ooh.
Yep. And we start getting a lot of chargebacks, complaints. We lost PayPal, we lost Stripe, we lost another Stripe, we lost another PayPal with holds of 12,000, 15,000. So like we were profitable, everything was good, but in total we lost approximately $40,000 in matter of months, and it was really painful and difficult. And again, other people would be quitting and say, "Oh, I don't want to deal with that anymore." But we just made we just understand what happens, and we made the
Mm-hmm.
decision just okay, let's fix it and move forward. And again, that's what's bring the difference. It was really biggest mistake ever what we done in terms of drop shipping, in terms of Shopify, in terms of e-commerce. It was painful. We had a lot of different big wrong things, big mistakes in the agency as well. In the
Mm-hmm.
agency, we are hiring too slow, or hiring we are firing too slow. I mean,
Mm.
because sometimes I had a manager who I was believing everything. I was giving him everything. I was promising to him be my right hand in the future. He was one of the first managers. But I see that I had to fire him. And I was holding. And at the end, he left us with the huge background of the problems behind, because I was seeing the problems, and it became so bigger and bigger and bigger, and I just didn't fire him on time. That was as well, like, second, my big mistake, huge mistake, which is cost me a
True.
lot. Just do not fire people on time, and
Yeah.
that is what we are trying to work on right now as well. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's
True.
two biggest mistakes: agency and my own Shopify stores.
Yeah, I appreciate that, brother. That was really, really insightful. And especially as entrepreneurs, when you're building like team from ground zero, you have that emotional attachment with like people who stay close to you, and you couldn't even kind of track their performance because you have emotional attachment, and you feel super sugarcoat you when it comes to the firing stuff. And but you just need to look at the end value they're providing to the company. I think that can really give insights to the entrepreneurs, especially who are having a team and managing a team. So let's get to the next question, brother. Your main inspiration for success and what keeps you motivated to wake up and do the work and key people involved in your journey.
Yeah, that is, as I already mentioned, it's my son. The key person who is motivate me every single morning to move forward is my son. His name Max, 4 years old, unbelievable smart dude. As I'm calling him, my really best friend. He's yeah, he's my son. It could be, maybe people can think that because he's my son, but he's so smart, smarter than so many kids around him, and I love to see that, and it's motivate me to move even forward, to show him what is possible, because I see that by 14 we can do something together. I mean, I just want to show him that everything is possible, to be example for
Hmm.
him. So he's the key person for sure. But if to speak what motivates me, except him, because he motivate me to move forward, but to motivate me that everything is possible and I can make it real, it was for sure the authors of the books. And I can mention four books for sure, which is made for me huge impact
Mm-hmm.
in my e-commerce journey. Before I started and during my starting period, it was Brian Tracy, No Excuses. Unbelievable great book, which shows you that stop making excuses and just take the action. It was a game changer for me that time. uh the Rich Dad, Poor Dad
Mm-hmm.
Rich Dad, Brian
Rich
Robert
Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Yeah.
yeah, the awesome one examples that you shouldn't be a manager. This is where I understand my mistake, that like the rich people are thinking differently and doing different things. And two books from the Grant Cardone. He was my motivator a lot when I had shit work, no income. Grant Cardone was, after Brian Tracy, who started motivating me a lot to move forward. And his
Mm-hmm.
Be Obsessed or Be Average, amazing one, like shows you that you're supposed to be sick about your business, and only then you're gonna be successful, because you look on that as a, like, it's part of you, and you won't be stopping. I mean, you're supposed to do more than ever before. And 10x rule, again from him, which just shows you how to do that kind of extra steps, extra uh, implementations to your business to make the things really working, even if it looks unrealistical.
Yeah, that was beautiful, brother. Thank you so much, and appreciate you mentioning good education sources for the listeners. Let's get to the last but not least question, brother. Where can our audience find mentoring you or start working with you? I mean, you're such an amazing person, so much motivating, and very result oriented. So where can our audience kind of connect with you and see if they're a good fit
Yeah,
for you?
Sure. First of all, my main thing where I always reply it is the Instagram Ecom by Anatoly. It's my main page. We have Golden Stream Team, Golden Stream Media, Instagram pages, plus my YouTube channel, Anatoly Labinskiy, my Facebook page, Anatoly GSM, Anatoly Labinskiy, several sources. We are now in Forbes, and in Forbes as well, Anatoly Labinskiy. There is education program which is blogs from my end, what is in trend in 2022. Now we just started the end of the last year, so like there is already a couple of blogs available, people can read it and had some value
Mm-hmm.
from it. So yeah, the Instagram icon by Anatoly, that's for sure the easiest one to text us out, or info@goldenstreammedia.com. uh Please reach us out and for sure we're gonna reply.
Awesome, awesome, brother. Thanks so much. So, guys, make sure to check out the description. You can find a link to connect Anatoly through Instagram and other streams he was just talking about. So, yeah, have a good time working with him. And that was beautiful, brother. Thank you so much for amazing value you have dropped. Any last word before we conclude the entire podcast session for today?
Yeah, I would say only one thing, guys. Like everything is possible. I'm the I'm telling to myself, to you, because I know myself where I was, what was my childhood, where what I have been done, cleaning the dishes, bring the dirty dishes to the washing area. It was really like I was in the bottom, and we are living in the bright time 2022, 2017, 2020. All this period of the 22nd 21st century is everything possible. You can in a matter of couple of years change your life dramatically. Just look around, find out what you really like in terms of, because the e-commerce niche is huge. It's not only Shopify, ClickFunnels or anything, or affiliate marketing. It's huge. Find out the niche which is you will love it, and deep dive on that niche, and you're gonna be successful by just never give up and taking action. Everything is
That was
possible.
beautiful advice. Yeah, absolutely, brother. Appreciate you mentioning that once again, Anatoly. Thanks for this amazing opportunity. It was definitely amazing to have you on a podcast. The amazing learning curves you have shared, the wonderful stories you actually spoke about, and the kind of inspiration you made all of us. It's just fascinating to have a chat with you, brother. I'm glad that we connected through this podcast. But yeah, guys, hope you got so much value from this podcast episode. I take notes, start implementing. Start building your e-commerce brand, multi-channel and ecosystem as Anatoly was mentioning. So again, guys, make sure to connect with him at his Instagram and stay tuned for the next interview, guys. I'll be back with another amazing two comma club winner, and this is me, the Nikhil Sai, and Anatoly signing off for today. Peace.
Thank you,
Bye, brother.
Nathil, for your time. Appreciate it.
Absolutely, thanks for joining us today.